Welcome back to another Commercial Trucking Chronicles. I'm your boy Swizzy, and I'm back with another video. Today's topic: the job market. It's a little early. I got off work early today, so I was checking out a couple of YouTube videos, and I've been noticing a lot lately. And it is not just because of a YouTube video that I've been noticing that the job market has been kind of rough. But prior to this job that I have right now, I had quit my last job, which I advise: do not quit your job. If you got a job, stay where you at. Okay. Um, but like I said, prior to this job that I currently have, and let me tell you something, it's great. The pay ain't all that, but great group of guys. The owner, he's really cool guy. He has stepped up and taken over the business. It's a family business that his father has started, and so the son has taken over. And like I said, um, we rolling. You know what I'm saying? Um, Prior to me getting this job, I worked local, and it's a local job. I'm a truck driver. You know, I own a couple of trucks, but I had to park my trucks. You know, and because things had got kind of the market. Just look around, take a look around, right? Things are really kind of tough out here for everybody. Businesses, business owners, trucking companies, trucking independent truck drivers that have their own businesses. You know, you had a lot of guys folding, throwing in the towel. And like I said, I took this job. Um, well, I had quit my other job. I had another job when I shut down my trucking company. I took I you know I was I had I think I had three jobs. This is the third job. First job I drove for it was local. These are local jobs. I drove for U.S. Express. I quit that job in probably 30 days. It wasn't even a month. And he said, well, don't quit your job. And I'm not advising nobody to quit their job. But I was driving um, about an hour a day, close to an hour, I want to say, to get to work and then home. So you figure that's, if it's 65 miles an hour and you're driving an hour, that's 65 miles an hour, right? I got to go and come back. It didn't, it, what I was making driving for these people on this account, they had a Walmart account. I wasn't making enough money to I mean, some of the routes would be a little longer, so you get paid more. But what they were paying me per mile, from my experience, it just it didn't work for me. Maybe somebody coming out of school, but I've been driving trucks for a Class A license. I've been driving for close to 9 years. So and I couldn't do it. I told the guy, I said, yo, man, I put my 2 weeks notice in 2 weeks on the job. So I didn't even finish because I told him, my check don't start looking right, I'm going. And that was in 2 week. That was 2 weeks on the job. So before the 2 week notice was up, I was already out of there. Then I had, and I said, three jobs from the time that I shut my company down. Because I sat home for about 8 months. I was like, it was a pride thing. I had to get up and go to work because I got bills. I had money, but it was going fast. Not fast, but you know, lifestyle and everything changed, man. You know what I'm saying? So once I had to um, assess, you know, my finances from month to month, I was like, I gotta go to work. I gotta do something. First few months when I left, I was like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm saying I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill and decide what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I had shut my insurance down. But you know, uh, after that job didn't pan out or work out for me, when I went back to work, finally decided, hey, let me get out here and start making some money. It wouldn't be nothing like the money that I made as an operating the business. I mean, I had drivers. I had a couple drivers, you know. But when I shut everything down, and it was a little, I didn't want to do it. It was kind of heartbreaking. It was upsetting. It was, it was, um, it was a sad moment, a sad day. You know, um, one of the guys, I fired him. I was kind of happy because I wanted to get rid of him, but um, I had been wanting to get rid of him. However, I needed him because it was either, you know, I replace him or I cut back on, if I replace him, I still got to pay out. So, you're bringing a guy in and you replace him with a new guy, there's still money going out. And I was like, well, if I go jump in the truck, because I have more than one truck, if I jump in the truck that get rid of him, I'll keep that money. Then I'll have the other drivers, you know, bring in money, but I'll, I'll keep this, I'll keep the income from that. And hopefully that'll help keep things afloat because things were getting rough. And I wanted to get rid of them. And when I did, when I finally did, um, it was, it had to be done. I did it legally, so it wasn't a personal thing. I got an email from the FMCSA. He had something going on, and I'm trying to be in compliance over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'll forward the email to you. I mean, no hard feelings, but I gotta let you go. But I was so happy that email came because I had been wanting to get rid of him. Nothing personal. In the beginning, it was all good. I think I was paying him too much, and he got comfortable. And once he got comfortable, I started seeing that I was losing money. All right. Um, so going back to don't quit your job, but I moved on from a couple of jobs to where I'm at right now, currently, because I shut my company down. I'm getting comfortable. I'm getting comfortable. Why? The pay ain't all that great, but it works for me. It works for me. And I'm slowly, what I'm saying, rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? I'm slowly um, restructuring, what I'm saying, my financial um, my footing, okay, so to speak. You got to have a strong footing. And a lot of these jobs right now, people just trying to get a footing, man. You know, the job market is bad. People are in a situation where they're sinking. They don't got a footing. They don't got a foundation. They don't got nothing really to stand on. People are going through it. They still got bills coming in. So, you know, what do? You can't find a job. So before I found this job here, I was at a very good job. I'm not gonna say it wasn't a very good job. It wasn't very good, a dirty job. I was doing the sanitation, but it's a very good job. That job's got longevity. Why? Because it's gonna always be trash. There's gonna always be garbage. And I knew that. That's why I applied. However, you know, not that I couldn't stick it out or, you know what I'm saying, work, work in an environment like that. I was good. I was able to do it. They started playing games. They started playing games. And it kind of, to me, you want my personal thoughts on it? These people that are in positions, to hire, say, okay, we're hiring or we're putting a hiring freeze. They kind of, know that what's on the horizon, tough times, you know. They got people that are advising them, you know, projecting where the business is going or what's going to be going on within the economy, or we're going into an election year and we can possibly wind up seeing some change. The administration may change, and then we might have different laws and regulations that may come into play that may affect our business. Let's start cutting back now, or let's start, you know, um, um, let's start kind of, slowing down the hiring and bringing in the help that we know that we need. But let's wait and see how this is going to all, blow over, because they got to project their numbers. So um, people that they've been talking about that there was going to be an economic crash, there's going to be a housing crash, there's going to be the unemployment rate was going to skyrocket. There's been talk of that for a while. Well, it's happening. It's happening under this current administration. There's so many people that federal jobs. They're the first one on the chopping list. They're the first one on the cutting board. But not just that, going back before the Trump administration came into office right now, going back, um, when I was looking for a job, because like I said, I left, I was between three jobs from the time I stopped, I left my company. It's going on 2 years now that I done shut my business down. Okay. Going on 2 years. It's about 2 years, going on 2 years. Some of my videos will pretty much be able to kind of give you the timestamp, because I have videos when I was independently operating my company, and I don't know that I made that many videos during that time because I was running like a madman trying to stay afloat. But around about 2 years, let's say, um, was the last time I was kind of running my last me. Now, even though I stopped running, I still had drivers running. So, but and I wasn't video recording them. So if you see a video that I was out there, it probably 2 years ago. So it's going on 2 years now that the business was shut down. I sat home for about 6 to 8 months before I finally decided to go to work. So yeah, I mean, it's this time last year. It's been about a year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to say when I was driving for those guys, first company, three companies. So the first company was about, I want to say, was it around January, right after the New Year of last year? So I've been in the workforce for about a year now. I think I have 1 year of tax return, maybe a year and a little bit more than that. So here we are, 2025. The job market has tanked so bad. But I remember back when I was trying to find a job because I was like, let me get up and get out and do something. It was so much easier for me to find a load than it is to find a job. But the loads weren't paying. So when I decided to, say, screw this, man, I ain't making no money doing this, man. How you figure I'm gonna be able to go back and forth? I had some issues that was going on. So I said, man, I'm not gonna do it. Shut my insurance down. I'll just get a job, thinking that was easy to just go back into the workforce as a trucker, right? Man, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. Even though they say, oh, there's a shortage of truck. No, it's not a shortage of truck drivers. There's a shortage of companies out there that's hiring and trucking. And this ain't just started. This has been going on. They're very selective. The same way the job market right now, I'm hearing, is very selective about, with the hiring process. I was watching a video, like I said, that there was some people there talking about how many interviews they'd been on, 60 interviews. I'm like, man, that sound like me. I apply I was applying to because when I made up in my mind, all right, I'm gonna get a job. I was filling out application after application after application. I mean, I went back and got my hazmat. I went back and got my TWIC. Um, I got my TWIC, I got my hazmat, and what else? I got something. I got my TSA. Because I was like, okay, so I already know I need to get into. Oh, I got my tanker. I've been had tankers. That never goes away. So I was like, I gotta get the endorsements. I have to go back and study and pass the test and get the endorsements. I actually did that when I was at the last job, not where I'm at now. At the last job that I was at, I was doing that before I quit because they were sanitation. Like I said, they were freaking. Oh my goodness! I one thing about the job, if you can lock in and do it and deal with the environment of being in that type of you know you know just sanitation. It's garbage. It's not the best. It smells horrible. If you can lock in and you can do it, it's a breeze. It's a breeze, and it's very good money. Benefits through the roof. Two thumbs up. It's the people that you deal with. It's those people who really don't want you there. Okay. Um, I remember the interview, and the guy says, "Why should I give you a job?" So, we had a real conversation there. So, after I said what I said, you know, he hired me. You know, I guess he could relate to me. Let me tell you, when you get into these interviews and you feel like you made a connection with someone who has the power to bring you in, consider yourself blessed because it's hard to make that connection with people these days. It's very hard. People are not. looking to make a connection with no one. You are looked at as a disposable employee. You are looked at as not somebody that we have a connection with. And let me tell you something. They got rid of that guy. They got rid of him. Okay? The guy that hired me. I kind of feel for him, but I kind of feel bad for him, but I want to say he probably knew it was coming. He should have saw that coming. And there's a saying, favor isn't fair. But God has favored me. I believe that. I believe that I have been granted the favor of the Most High, because after I got that job, all I heard was nobody liked this guy. And I remember the day that I quit. And I just heard him. I came in the office, and it was my last day there. There's a video I have posted. It just was my worst day ever. I came in the office and I said, I'm out of here. I'm done. I can't do this no more. He called me. He said, James. I just walked out. He called me twice. Said, James. I walked out. I didn't even go in there to hear out what he had to say. I probably should have, but then again, I don't think that. See, they didn't. Internally, there was a lot of talk about him. They didn't even want him there. He was in a very good position. So, fast forward, okay? Where I work now, like I said, the owner inherited the business from his father. It's family business. Great guy, great kid. He's young. He's younger than me, but he's very, very down to earth. Like, there's no, I haven't seen, and I'm a good judge of character. I feel people out. I just got off work just not too long ago, a few hours, about an hour or two ago. He was at terminal, and a couple of us were there, and we were talking, and he and we were talking. A couple of us, we just standing out there talking, and man, I tell you, man, it's so hard to find real people, man. It's so hard to find real bosses. Like, I was a real boss, bro. When I had my guys working for me, I kept it real with them. I did not want to get rid of the dude. I had to. I'm sorry. I did want to get rid of him, but it's because he got comfortable. He got too comfortable. Now, I'm not going to say, well, James, you got comfortable. What is your boss going to get rid of you because you're too comfortable? Nah, I'm still pulling my weight. 110%. 110%. The reason I had to get rid of this kid was because I don't know what was going on with him. Like, he just had too many. I don't come with excuses. If I need time off, I'll give it in advance. I ask for it in advance. The guy that I had said, he got to go. He was costing me money by not giving me notice, and he was just too comfortable, like it was all good. Bro. So, but it's very hard to find people that are just down to earth and really are, appreciative of, those members. Like, like when you become a team member, when you become a team player, and I appreciate you genuinely, right? Like whatever you need, I got it. All right, let's do it because we're gonna move forward together as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where um, it's a it's a very rare opportunities, rare. So like right now, people are just trying to find any job they can get because the job market is so scarce. It's so scarce, you know. I really, 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 really wish that people can just get through the tough times. But a lot of people they're gonna resort to other things, man. You know what I'm saying? Probably things outside their field, their passion and stuff like that. They're not gonna want to stick it out and wait until that opportunity presents itself. You got a lot of people that's gonna go back to a life that they're forced. Their hand is gonna be forced because they have to feed their family, and their hands are gonna be forced to go back to a life of probably some crimes. So when this job market, um, you know, one thing about the job market, one thing about the you know the the desperation, people are becoming very desperate, right? When it gets to a point where it gets very, you put a person's back up against the wall, they're going to there's going to be some decisions that have to be made. Okay. Um, and I don't want nobody to go out there and do nothing that is beneath them. All right. Stay the course, keep the faith, um, and just know that, if you can see it, if you can conceive it in your mind, you can achieve it. You can better, what I'm saying, your life. You can better your situation. All right. Excuse me, I had to get a sip of something. And yeah, I really, my heart goes out to a lot of these people that are struggling, especially these people just coming out of school, just coming out of school. You know what I'm saying? And cannot find a job. They're doing a lot of ghost interviews. They're faking the numbers. Oh, the job market is doing good, man. That's all a lie. People are on unemployment, and then there's people that don't even file for it no more. They're just, they're doing gig work or whatever. They're doing little hustle side thing. You know, um, it's not a bad idea to get try to start your little business. You know what I'm saying? To handyman, side work or whatever, gig work and stuff like that. I did that for years. Um, it was times when I did it, and it was my only income, right? But as you get older, you learn things, and what I've learned is, you know, it's not going to get easier, but what you can do is, you have to learn to try to find a investment vehicle that is a long term investment vehicle. Don't look for short term gains. Look for long term gains, because this is going to be a struggle. This is things may not change for a minute. It may get bad and continue to get bad as far as the job market is concerned, right? AI taking over. There's no guarantee that it's just gonna come back to the golden age of the workforce, right? The golden age might be AI, right? So you might want to try to look into how can you, invest in something like that, right? They want to make this country the leader of AI, the leader. The U.S. is going to be the leader in AI, the leader in innovation, the leader in tech. the people that stand to benefit from are the people that invest in it. And this is why I say don't quit your job, because if you can do some research and try to find out where these opportunities to invest in these the new tech company, or the new AI, inventions, or stuff like that. If you can, do the research and figure those things out, like the money that you're making at your job right now, because if your job is not going to be here, because it's might be you know might be something that AI is going to eventually make it their thing and no longer your thing. So why not use some of that money, small fraction of it? Why not use some of that money right now to invest in some of this technology, the technology of the future? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know if I was the type of person that was some things, I mean, you can get into the trades too, because I don't think that no computers or no robots are coming out here, like land bricks. And you might be a little too old to lay them, but doing carpentry work, doing roofing, or doing some foundations, or fencing, or you know what I'm saying. Like, computers ain't coming around doing that yet. I don't even think they're gonna be coming around doing that in no time soon. Period at all. Right. So there's, but then there's the challenge of finding a company that wants to hire you. Maybe you should just start your own company, right? Give some estimates to people. Say, hey, I can come in, and or I can give you a price to do that job, and you know, um, I was um, I was very, very successful in that business, because giving people prices. Let me tell you something. I have nothing against anybody from another country, wherever you're from, right? Long before, some of these people that you see now, they figure, oh, they took all the jobs and all that. I was in the trades back before then. I was doing jobs before then. And then I got to a point where um, I would just give the estimates, and I'd go get a whole bunch of guys to do the work, right? They were standing on the corners. I was going to grab them, 10 of them, come do this project. You know what I'm saying? So I just was using my head to, use people, you utilize your resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people are competent with this type of work. So I put myself in a position where I was able to benefit, because I was, you know, um, orchestrating what I'm saying, and the job and the workforce. I had the guys. I would go get the jobs. I would get the guys. I had somebody. My boys set me up. I was hooked up with supply houses. Supply houses had customers that were coming in there, buying material, talking to the salesman. Salesman was giving out my name, and I would go and go get because I could get the job done. I had the resources, I had the guys, and I get the material for cheap. You know what I'm saying? So I was hustling like that many years ago, long before a lot of these people actually took over all of these jobs. And I used to tell people, yo, they coming. They coming. They coming in. They coming to the tune where you gonna mess around and be working for them. If you don't, what I'm saying, try to get yourself in a position. So just being able to see where those opportunities were, was a great thing. Fast forward to today, a lot of people, people are just so desperate, so hungry right now to try to get anything popping, but they really don't know, where is the opportunity lies, where the opportunity lies for them. All right. Please don't resort to doing nothing that's illegal just because times get hard. this job market thing is, kind of up in the air right now. But remember something, if you think you had to worry about, somebody coming from outside the country coming taking your job, um, in the field that you was used to working in because they want to do the job for cheaper. Imagine what it's like having a computer come and just take your job. Like they don't even gotta pay the computer. So there's that challenge of, okay, so what do I have to do now in order to make sure that I can, keep myself, um, you know, um, gainfully employed. Maybe you need to start a business. Maybe you need to start a business, But shout out to the guy that hired me. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it, man. It ain't as much money as I'm used to making, but it's not always how much money you make, it's what you do with it. You see what I'm saying? So that opportunity, I'm turning that over just like I would be tilling the soil and I'm planting my seeds. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm turning that money over. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to get at, and I wanted to kind of enlighten some of you guys, as you girls, and what I'm saying, people out there, stay connected with me, man. I mean, I'm trying to give us all some ideas. I'm trying to give us all some avenues and some some you know, give us some information on, what can better and what may be of a, some tools that we might need to help as, we grow each day. Because, every day needs to be a stepping stone. You got to be trying to grow your knowledge. You got to be trying to grow your, your understanding. And share this wisdom, share this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you for those people that have subscribed. Um, the channel is starting to grow. I'm just trying to keep it real. And I promise I'm not gonna bring no BS to the table. I'm gonna bring some receipts. I'm gonna bring some facts. I'm gonna bring the latest, the newest. You know what I'm saying? You want some shoe shine? I got it. But hey, man, it's your boy Swizzy, man. Check you out on the next one, man. Peace.